Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about which certification I think was the most challenging between CompTIA Security Plus, CYSA Plus, Pen Test Plus. Now, if you're not familiar with these certifications, these are three cybersecurity certifications that CompTIA have or offers, and I took all three of them and I did pass the exam for all three. Remember, this video is solely based on my opinion, and for you, you might have a different experience. Starting off with the Security Plus, I studied for the Security Plus. I think I took about 8 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks studying for the Security Plus, and I work full-time. I'm in college full-time. I'm a family guy full-time. I have a lot of things to do. So if I didn't have all those things to do, I probably would have passed it or taken it a lot earlier. But with all these other things going on, I was able to study and get it done within, I think it was 6 to 8 weeks. And it was not the most difficult, I would say. As long as you know cybersecurity, you're already familiar with it, I think you should be able to pass the Security Plus. If you are in college and you are doing your bachelor's right now, or you're just about to finish your associates or whatever, you should have an understanding of the security stuff, and studying for it was not that bad either. And yeah, to me, that was the easiest out of the three. Now, number two on the list for me is the CYSA Plus. So the CYSA Plus wasn't that difficult, but it was more difficult than the Security Plus for sure. And out of all of the security exams, I had the most fun with that one, and I actually felt like I was a SOC analyst for that one. The PBQs that I got, I actually enjoyed doing for this certification, and I have multiple CompTIA certifications and other certifications, and out of all of them, that was the one that I felt that I had the most fun with when it came to the PBQs. Now, the toughest one for me was the Pen Test Plus, in my opinion. And even if that was the exam that I actually had the most time left back after completing, I still felt it was a little bit more difficult, only because for me and for a lot of the other certifications, because CompTIA is vendor neutral, I felt like there are many different tools and platforms and things of that nature for me to understand and learn. With that being said, that's what made it a lot more difficult, especially when it comes to the Pen Test Plus. It's a lot of different tools, and also there was different tools that do the same thing, but they differentiate in different ways, and you just have to try to remember what they specifically differentiate in. And then when you're reading the questions, you got to look for some keywords in the questions, so when you see that keyword, I can get this done multiple ways, but this key thing that they're asking about has got to be for this tool. You got to try to remember these different things. For me, that was the most difficult part for the Pen Test Plus, is trying to remember those different stuff and just making sure that I'm picking the right answer and paying attention. With any exam, you always want to pay attention and look for keywords that they say in the questions. But because CompTIA is vendor neutral, you really have to be careful of what they're asking, because they're going to ask you a question. Of course, there is multiple tools that can get this done, but you have to look for those keywords that differentiate those tools, so you could know, like, this specific question is talking about this tool, or this specific question is talking about this tool. For me, they are not the most difficult exams on the planet, of course not. But, you know, in comparison with each other, the Security Plus was the easiest, then the CYSA Plus was in the middle, and then the Pen Test Plus for me was the most difficult between the three. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your support and you guys subscribing and watching my videos and interacting with my videos. And I will see you guys in the next one.